Hi, and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. The last show, we presented part 2 of Jamie deRoy and Friends Actors Fund Benefit that we did at Birdland on May 7th. Well, here is part 3, songs from Tony Award-winning musicals. My next guest has been in 6 Broadway shows, most notably, or not most notably, but certainly notably in The Heights. She was in Aida, she was in Wicked, and she is currently in Hamilton. I mean, could there be a bigger Tony Award-winning show? Ladies and gentlemen, I am so honored and so pleased that Mandy Gonzales is here with us tonight. Mandy Gonzales!
All right, Ron. Something is changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leap. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I'd sooner die defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Come with me. Unlimited. Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. Dreams the way we planned them. If we work in tandem, there's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I, defying gravity. With you and I, defying gravity. They'll never bring us down. Well, are you coming? Yes? So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down. always say it's... Thank you. Thank you. It's always good to start with a little something, I always say. Playing Elphaba on Broadway, I did that for a year, and it was fantastic. And when I started the show, I was so terrified because I had never done a show where you really have to sing that much, and then I didn't realize that you not only have to sing, but you have to run up like trapdoor stairs, and you have to fly, and you have to do all these things, and you have to paint yourself green. So for a whole year, I think I was green, and then at nighttime I would kind of be yellow because it would take a minute to get the green off, and it took about 3 months after Wicked was done to get back to my natural color. But other than that, I had a fantastic time in that show, and it's so nice to be in a show where I'm not painted green, but I do wear corsets, which is fun, but also and the wonderful thing about Hamilton is that it's written by so many people that it's written by Lin-Manuel, who's wonderful, and the director, and being back at the Richard Rodgers Theater after being there for 2 years with In the Heights was really a homecoming for me, and I'm having the time of my life, and I'm actually putting out my first album this fall. So thank you. So I'm very excited about that, and I'd love to sing one of my favorite songs, and this is from the musical Once. I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. Words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react in games that never amount to more than they're meant, will play themselves out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have the choice. You
I want to bring up my next guest because I was first made aware of him when he went into South Pacific at Lincoln Center. He was magical. He ended up winning the Tony that year. He was a huge opera star that we were introduced to by way of Broadway. We didn't really know about him until then. Last night he just played with Billy, the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, in addition to the New York Pops. He travels all over the place. He did My Fair Lady in Portuguese. He goes everywhere now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, from the Tony Award-winning musical revival of South Pacific and the original musical that won like all its awards. Please welcome the Tony Award winner, Paulo Szot. And he was my date for the opening of On Your Feet. It sort of comes so...
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here. You know, it's my first time at Birdlands. And I'm very, very thrilled to be part of this celebration among so many wonderful talents tonight. And when I first came to New York 17 years ago with my little passport and this little visa that allowed me to work for 2 months, I would never believed that one day I will be able to play a leading man like Emile de Beck. And then it happened. And it absolutely changed my life. One dream in my heart, one love to be living for. One love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dream. One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine. Closer to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of a paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was mine. So clear and deep are my fancies of things I wish were true. I'll keep remembering evenings I wish I'd spent with you. I'll keep remembering kisses from lips I'll never own, and all the lovely adventures that we have never known. One dream in my heart, one love to be living for, one love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl my dream. One partner in paradise, this promise of paradise, this nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly a stay, flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of a paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, it's been 9 years since South Pacific opened at the Lincoln Center Theater, and of course, I feel very lucky because it opened to me after that so many wonderful doors. Here in New York at the Metropolitan, with the New York Philharmonic, with the New York Pops, and many other things. And I'm glad when Jamie asked me to sing this next song from this wonderful musical called Les Mis, because they just called me to do this international tour in Brazil last year, but I couldn't do anyway. Hi there. She's so cute. They're from Germany. They just came last night, right? Last evening. Yes. Oh my God. Anyway, back to the song. Yeah, Les Mis, right? I almost played. I was able to play it, but I didn't. And you guys know that every time that they produce these international tours in places where English is not the official language, they have to do a new version of the thing. They have to translate the whole thing and sing in the native language. So I thought that it would be interesting to present to you here tonight stars from Les Mis in some of these international versions. And we'll start with Spanish. Los Miserables. Don't worry, I will translate a few things in case you don't understand, okay? Here we go. Hay entre las sombras, shadows, un hombre que huye, escapes, falto de Dios, God, falto de fe. Dios es testigos, this is what we do think, que no cederé hasta verlo en prisión, prison, hasta verlo en prisión. Él sigue el rastro del mal, mío es el rastro del Dios, y a quien sigue la senda del justo le premia el Señor, y a los que ya llamó Lucifer el fuego dolor. Now we have French. Pure dans leur multitude règnent les étoiles, soldats de l'ombre, postés dans l'espace. Vous êtes le sentinelle qui nous regardons et qui gardons le ciel. Et qui gardons le ciel. German. Noch ist ein Vors uns gebar und bis zu jüngsten Gericht gnadenlos glänzen tust du deine Pflicht. Is that right? Und du ernstest du's nicht. Italien. Si cadrà come un diavolo al vento che si infiamma nell'inferno Polish. Wiadomo ta rzecz, jak świat stara, napisano u rajskich bram. To niech był sprawie, kto zgubił sens, zapłacić ma. I still have Japanese, Mandarin, Korean. No, I'm kidding. Let's go back to the original. God, let me find him, that I may see him. Safe behind bars, I will never rest till then. This I swear, by the stars.
Paulo Szot, oh my God, wow. And Billy Stritch on the piano.
Thank you.
Tom Hubbard on bass. We're going to keep Billy here for a minute. I wanted to thank Ron Abel for this incredible evening. Thank you so much. Rob Polanco back on lights and sound. Thank you. Russell on video. My director, Barry Kleinbort. And, this wonderful talent over here was in the 2001 revival of 42nd Street. He was the featured pianist. So I thought we would leave you with Billy doing something from 42nd
Will you
Street.
join me at the very end, though? We can get the audience back to
Sure,
sing at the end of it.
yeah.
Okay. Here are a couple of songs written for written for the movie of 42nd Street back in 1933, I believe, by Harry Warren and Al Dubin. In the heart of little old New York, you'll find a thoroughfare. It's the part of little old New York that runs into Times Square. That crazy quilt that Wall Street Jack built. If you've got a little time to spare, I'd like to take you there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue. I'm taking you to 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. It's the song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. A little nifties from the 50s, innocent and sweet. Sexy ladies from the 80s who are indiscreet. They're side by side, they're glorified. Where the underworld can meet the elite, 42nd Street. Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of the subway train, the rattle of a taxi, the daffodils who entertain at Angelo's and Maxie's. When a Broadway baby says goodnight, it's early in the morning. Manhattan babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Good night. The milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Hey, come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway. The hip hooray and hoop-doo-dee-doo, the lullaby of Broadway. The band begins to go to town and everyone goes crazy. You rock-a-bye your baby around till everything gits hazy. Hush-a-bye, I'll buy you this and that. you hear her daddy saying, and baby goes home to her flat to sleep all day. Come on, everybody, sing this last part. Good night, baby. Good night. Milkman's on his way. Sleep tight. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a